So hey guys, it's me Clutter, and in today's video we're gonna test, the malware created by Enderman called 2989, the .exe, aka the Windows crazy error. So there are some things I would like to, clarify before we get into the action. So first, I'm not going to just, react to this malware and just say something like, oh my god, what a great malware, end of the video, and that's it. No, I just want to actually, dive deeper in this malware and actually explain you some things that Enderman didn't explain in his video. Because, yeah, he explained how it works, but not like everything, like some functions might be unknown for some people. So let me actually explain it everything for you. And yeah, I said a Windows crazy error. So basically, he was inspired by the Windows crazy error. And if you don't know what it is, here's the screenshot or video, so you can see it. And basically, it was just animation, that showed a bunch of errors, on the Windows, quote unquote on Windows. Of course, it was just animation, it wasn't a real thing. But what's very interesting about this malware is that it is actually real. It can actually interact with the real, functionality which is in the Windows 11 or in the Windows in general, such as message boxes, dialog boxes, etc, etc. So yeah, that's why this malware is very interesting, and it comes with music as well, which is really cool. So let me just extract this malware. Of course, it's password protected, so let me type the password real quick. So the reason why am I testing this on the Windows 8 is because according to Enderman, this malware is compatible with Windows 8, and we have already seen this malware on the Windows 11 and most recently on the Windows 7. But hey, I guess I'm the first person who's gonna run it on the Windows 8, so that's going to be really interesting. Of course, guys, first of all, I would like to talk about something before we get into this. Again, yeah, I have to actually talk about something, but hey, don't worry guys, we are getting closer. Don't worry, just be patient. So first of all, can you explain me, guys, why there's 2989? I have genuinely no idea why he named this malware like this, 2989. I have genuinely no idea. So if you have something, for this, if you know what this name is referring to, let me know down in the comments. This is a mystery for me. I have just no idea. And of course, we got the icon. So let's talk about the icon real quick. So we can clearly see that it's an apple, with the Enderman eyes. And from my understanding, it's referring to bad apple. If you don't know about a bad apple, it just means something like somebody who messed things up, who do something bad, around other people. So basically, it's just saying that this file will do some nasty stuff, to the, computer. And that's right, it actually makes sense. So that's the definition of the bad apple, something like this. It might not be that accurate, but hey, I tried my best, at least that's how I understand. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the properties real quick, but I believe that there's nothing interesting at all, and of course it's just blank. So yeah, I guess guys, we can actually get into this and let's see how it actually works. Alright, so I guess this is a Windows 8 crazy error, so I hope this will work on this operating system. So let's find out. Let's see, how it will work. Project. So let me actually launch it, and as you can see, it is actually running. And it comes with some sound effects, of course. Most of them are, just old sound effects from older Windows. So yeah. Alright. I can't believe that it actually works on Windows 8. Sorry. I'm used to Windows 11 so much, but hey. Yeah. Alright. So it comes with the music and a bunch of message boxes, and of course, with the explorer that is moving, across the screen. So yeah, it comes with some animations, and yeah, we got even these notifications. Boot device inaccessible, something like this. Of course, all of the error messages are fake, they don't mean anything. It's just for the dramatic effect, So yeah, can I actually use the task manager? Yeah, the task manager actually works, so it's not that persistent, of course. Look at this animation, it's so cool. I really like that. Like, actually, really cool animation. Okay. I absolutely love this drop. Like, what a great music. Okay. We are about to see something, you know, something new. Don't worry, guys. It's good. It's just warming up, you know. It's just warming up. So be patient. Oh yeah, there it goes. There it goes. So yeah, we are getting some screen glitches, aka GDI effects. And it's pretty flashy, not gonna lie. So I'm so sorry for some of you who suffer from this, from the photosensitive epilepsy. So sorry about that, guys. You know, just in the case, I will put the, you know, I'll put the warning about that at the beginning of this video. All right. So yeah, it's getting crazier and crazier after every second. Yeah. Oh, it's inverting some message boxes as well. Did you see that? Oh, actually didn't know that it can actually do that. That's cool. All right. Oh. Damn. Another drop. Sadly, it doesn't affect our, you know, inputs such as the mouse and keyboard. But it would be really crazy if he implemented such a thing. But whatever. That's just my, you know, my opinion. It's still good, you know. Alright, so we are getting many of these, and okay, so our computer crashed because of the critical process, you know, some critical process had died, and now it has to restart our computer. So now it begs the question, will it actually work after this blue screen of death? Will our device work after this? Let's see. Okay, so far it's looking pretty good. Alright. Okay. So here we are in the desktop. Or on the desktop. Nothing is happening. Like, everything seems to be fine. Let me check the task manager real quick. And okay, so there's nothing in the startup menu. And no 2989 is running, you know, in the background. It's a bit malicious, but it will not cause a lot of trouble. So it's pretty harmless, you know. It's pretty harmless. Alright, guys. So now I would like to, you know, get deeper, you know, in this malware. Let's actually see what happened in the registry, because it can affect the registry. So if it affected this short date, you know, this entry, and it just, you know, messed with the data. It just swapped the date format. So that's what happened in the registry editor. Nothing else, of course. Okay, guys. So let's talk about some, you know, features. So first feature I would like to mention is, or the effect he made. Oh damn it! I have to use wait, hold on a second. I have to use different web browser for this. So guys, let me talk about some functional features that this malware, you know, or how to put it together. Let's talk about the payloads basically. So the first payload I would like to talk about is that Windows movement, you know. Most of you have no idea how we actually did that. And to answer that question, we have to go to this website. And there it is. So he used this move window function from WinAPI, and basically it allows you to manipulate with all windows on the operating system. So that's how he managed to, you know, move with all the message boxes and dialog boxes, etc. So yeah, that's how we can do it basically. And another thing is, of course, those, you know, everybody wants to know how he did those graphical effects. Well, that's very easy as well. So if you are wondering how he managed to do these effects, the answer lies on this page, Windows GDI. So that's basically how he did that. That's how he did those effects. He didn't talk about this, by the way. So hey, here's the answer. Alright, another very interesting thing he did is that he set the process to the critical one. And that's pretty interesting, of course. So let me show you the answer. Alright, so we have to navigate to this website, and there it is. So he used the NT-setInformation process. Basically, this function allows you to set certain process as a critical one. And if you don't know how the Windows works or how these critical processes works in Windows, basically if certain process is the critical one, then Windows will take it very seriously. And once that process will somehow disappear or will be ended, somehow, then the Windows will basically crash the entire computer and you will get the message critical process died. So that's basically how we did this. So yeah, that's about the critical process. And let's take a look at the notifications, of course. It looked something like this. I will show you the screenshot. And to actually trigger such a notifications, you can use something like this. At least from my experience and from my knowledge, this is what worked for me. But I believe that there are many and plenty other options to trigger this. So maybe this isn't like his method to do it. But you can do something like this via, this API, of course. So Microsoft Toolkit UWP notifications. Basically something like this. That's how we can trigger these notifications. Is it destructive? Not at all. It's pretty harmless. It can just mess. The only thing that is like truly malicious is that critical process thing. And let me actually show you what will happen if you terminate this process. Wait, what? Why it can't find this process? Okay, whatever. I have no idea why I can kill it via, I don't know. Let me shut down. As you can see, once this process dies, this happens. Boom. Blue screen of death. So this is the only malicious thing that can happen to your computer. But that's it. That's absolutely, there's nothing more to, nothing more to discover basically. So hey, I hope you learned something from this, So finally, now we know how we made these, effects, how we made the graphical stuff, and most importantly, how we managed to cause blue screen of death. I hope you like it. If so, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and write a comment. Thank you and goodbye.